Hello, everyone, and welcome to SEETA. I'd like to ask you first, how many of you have heard of SEETA or have used it? Right, okay. That's good. Well, as you know, SEETA is a collaborative online community, and it's a collaborative community of 11 teachers' associations in Southeastern Europe. As you may also know, it was seed funded by the British Council. At the moment, we have 2,800 members on our community, and we're expanding, we're growing bigger and bigger. So here with us today are some people who have actually contributed to SEETA. On my left is Nick Peachy, one of our plenary speakers at this conference, and he ran a course on technology for about a month on SEETA, and we are very, very grateful to him for that. You can actually still access the course. On my right is the board member, Dora Pondica, and a TESOL board member, and also a volunteer. She is the moderator for the blogs area. And then we've got Lindsay, oops.
Yes.
Sorry. Oh, sorry, I've made a mistake. This is Dora. Next to me is Alexandra Strahinic, who is the ELTA Serbia representative. Next to Dora is Lindsay Clanfield, who also ran a course for us in June 2010, and we're also grateful to him for that. And again, you can still access the course. And he is an enthusiastic promoter of SEETA in many conferences. Thank you very much, Lindsay. And then we've got Roger House, a volunteer again, and he is with us today to take us around SEETA online. So I'd like to ask our panelists some questions. The first question is that, well, you've all contributed to SEETA, either as hosts, volunteers, or participants. What attracted you to contribute? Nick, can we start with you?
Can you hear that okay? Good. The thing that...
A little bit louder, Nick.
Okay, I'll move it a little bit nearer. Is that better? Okay, so the thing that encouraged me to participate... I think I'll turn it off and just talk loudly.
Oh, yeah, sure.
How about this? Is that better?
Oh, no, they can't.
Oh.
Oops.
Turn that one off. How about that now? Good? Is that okay? Okay, so the thing that I didn't know anything about SEETA when I was asked to do this, and the only thing that I knew was that the course would be on a Moodle, and I was asked to host a discussion about the use of technology. Experience has told me that whenever you start hosting a discussion about technology, what you get is this group of people over here talking about why they shouldn't use it, and this group of people over here talking about why they should. And nothing really ever gets done. It's the same arguments over again. So I changed my mind and decided to try and produce a course, just a very short course, that anyone could participate in as they wanted to over the course of a month. So I spent about a month uploading 10 different tasks that teachers were able to do, and then they were able to share and discuss what they'd done. For me, this was a really interesting opportunity to see how kind of the theories of connectivism and connective learning can be put into practice within a teacher training course for technology. And for me, that was a really interesting experience. And it was also quite interesting to see how within the community, sort of different champions sprung up around different elements of technology and started sharing. You know, there was something particular that each group of people focused on, and they were really sharing and really took over the course for me, so that I actually didn't have to do very much. So that was kind of a unique experience for me, and one that I learned quite a lot from, I think.
Thank you.
Unique opportunity to connect teachers' associations of 11 different countries and to exchange experience of these associations. Well, in fact, there are 11, you know.
There's a problem. We're not hearing you at the back. I don't know if it's the mics or something else, but it's very difficult to hear you.
Okay.
Not just
Yeah.
Alexandra,
It's Nick, okay. I'll just try to speak up louder. Well, it's a great idea to have the opportunity to connect 11 different countries or teachers' associations of 11 different countries. You know, it's good to, I mean, it's good for schools to communicate between one another and colleagues to communicate, but it is even a greater idea to give them the chance to communicate with colleagues and schools and organizations and associations of different countries. That's why I support this idea. And I also said that it would never come to my mind to go to, for example, Teachers Association of Romania or Poland, unless it was for SEETA's contribution to show them on SEETA's site. That's it. And I think it's a great advantage for English teachers, trainers and authors, and everyone who is included in teaching English business. Thank you.
So what attracted me to contribute? I think, first of all, Mrs. Parisi and her enthusiasm about the platform. Apart from that, I'm really interested in helping all the organizations that have to do with teaching. That's why I'm in the board, I'm the TESOL's board. And I thought that I could be useful on the platform. And apart from that, due to lack of money or lack of time, I don't have the opportunity to travel to other countries' conventions. So SEETA offers everybody the opportunity to watch some videos, to get ideas, to get lots of valuable information without being there. So that's it.
Can you hear me now? Yes? Okay. Well, I was invited to, the first time actually I heard about SEETA was when it was being set up, and I was at a conference in Romania, and Philip Kerr, the colleague who I mentioned before, who had done some discussions on SEETA, was explaining to teachers how important this was, and he said, you know, this is a chance that this will be set up and we have to use it, otherwise we'll lose it. And that partly influenced me. What attracted me though was I think what attracted me was what attracted a lot of people when you start, we're living through this era now of Web 2.0 and being able to connect with other people, and that's really motivating, to be able to connect outside of our national borders. 10 years ago, it wouldn't have been that possible to say, oh, I know a teacher in Romania or Bulgaria or Greece or wherever, unless you had actually kind of been there. And what I find attractive is being able to connect with people and have those people also connect with me, even though we've never met, and find the things that we have in common. So again, it's always difficult being the last person on one of these panels. You repeat what everyone else has said, but I do find that it was you know, a real sense of satisfaction to be able to link up with people who were like-minded professionals.
I'd like to ask you now the second question. Well, which area on SEETA do you find most interesting? Lindsay.
See, I get to start this one. I haven't seen all areas of SEETA. It's getting bigger all the time. I quite like the diary in the week of, or whatever, the life of a teacher, sort of, that you can read and find out about someone. So that they blog. How long do they blog? A month?
For a week. For
a week. Okay. So the different sort of slices of life of different teachers in different countries I liked, but for me mostly was the discussions. As a course book writer and someone who does a lot of conferences and things, there's a part that I was quite interested in that was set up called "What I Always Want to Know Is."
What what I've always wanted to know. Here,
What I want to know
this
is...
one, yes. Which is
Yes.
an ongoing.
Which is an ongoing thing. Basically, this is, again, is Philip Kerr, who set up this thing that he said at several conferences, people would ask him something. For example, why is it that course books do this? Or how do you get into doing teacher training? Or how does this? And so he set up this thing that anybody could ask a kind of question and he would find someone who would be able to answer it for you. If it was a question about the wider industry of English language teaching, be that getting into teacher training, about exams, about career paths, about writing and so on, and he would find someone to help answer that. So as someone who's helped him answer questions from teachers, I found that quite an exciting thing, that you can have access to people who are experts in the field, who have been to different places or seen things done different ways, and that you could kind of ask directly questions, and that he would find someone who would be able to answer you, be it someone in publishing, in another teachers conference or teachers association, an author, or so on.
Thank you. Yes, indeed, it is one of our most successful features. Dora.
Now, I have to repeat what Lindsay said. What I find the most interesting in SEETA is the blog, because you have the opportunity to learn the problems, the day life, all the difficulties that a teacher faces, and so you can do it just being relaxed. You don't have to contribute when you read the blog, so it's a very good opportunity for us.
Thank you. And Dora, well, I'd like to mention again that Dora is our moderator. So thank you, Dora.
Okay, now it's my turn. Well, I enjoyed very much the course on reading by Marissa Konstantinidis, and what I found out that I could not give the name for is bottom-up and top-down reading. I realized that it somehow exists, but I didn't know what names to give to these two types of reading, and I really appreciate what I have learned. And also, what I liked most is Marissa's contribution, the true story, that I would really like to. I would apply in my classes. And what else? SEETA music. And a day in the life of an English teacher. That's great, and I promised I would contribute with my week.
Thank you, Alexandra. We'll be looking forward to your blog.
Thank you.
Nick?
One of the things that I like about it is that the different people who have hosted discussions, hosted courses and created things that they have all approached the Moodle in a different way. And I find that really interesting, and it shows the kind of variety of different types of online learning you can deliver through that, and I think that's very impressive. Yeah, I'll leave it at that. That's enough.
Thank you, Nick. My next question is, how do you think local teachers' associations benefit from being members of SEETA? Alexandra, as the representative of ELTA Serbia, I'd like to start with you.
Yes. Well, I'm really glad that our organization, ELTA Serbia, has the opportunity to be presented on SEETA online community. So it's really visible and, how to say, available.